Well, hello, fellow diamond painters. DP Crazy Lady here. Got a piece of hair here. Well, heck. It is exactly 2:01 a.m. It is now the 11th of May, a Saturday, day before Mother's Day, y'all. And it is 2024, and it's 44 degrees. I have my heat on. Oh, it is something else. Okay, I thought I'd come on for a little bit. I don't know if I have a whole lot to talk about, but I thought, well, what the heck, I've got a little bit to finish here, because I've done quite a lot. And then I'll have this last section to do here in the middle. And then I'll be up at the top and finishing this one. As soon as I finish this one, I am going to get started on my gnome. I have to at least get that one started, because I'm going to start it on a private video for my sister so that I can show her, because I'm going to have to use a pink pen, wax, the little boat that I gave her, and so on and so forth, because if I start showing her with what I have and my glue dots, yeah, she's not going to be able to follow that. So I figure I'll show her with what I have, or what she has, and then that way it's more, oh, now I lost the word, more, well, she'll be able to follow it, because she can see what she has and what I have. And then that way, if she has any questions, she can either call me on the phone, or she can instant message me, and I'll try to explain it to her. But I will then continue working on the gnome, and that what I'm going to do also with the gnome is I'm going to kit up the signature of that horse and try and get started on it and see how it goes. One thing I have noticed, if you go to Amazon, there are some signatures on there. So, you know, it goes through the same company, but if you're a Prime member, you get free shipping. So there are a few on there. You put in diamond painting signature, and they'll come up with sometimes another name in front of it, a brand name, but then signature is right after it in the description of the painting. And you'll be able to find some of them there. So, you know, you'll still be ordering from them, but you can get yourself some free shipping if there's some on there that you like. I put 2 in my wish list. Not that I'll be able to get any right away or anything, but I thought I'd stick them in there. So right now I don't have my light on. Now, there are some gaps in these drills, and that is understandable, because, you know, it happens even with premium. But with the light out, it looks beautiful, if you can tell. So I'm going to turn the light on. What I have to do now is use my tweezers, because I have some ABs that I have to place, and my glue dots will pick them up, but then after about maybe 5 or 6 of the ABs, then my glue won't work anymore, and I don't want to keep changing the glue in my pen. So my Temu order will be here today, Saturday. Also, a small Amazon package will be here on the same day. So I will do a very short, depending on which one shows up first, but I will do a short video. If the Amazon shows up, I'll do a short one of that if it shows up first, and then I'll do a longer one of Temu. I may schedule the Amazon one to show up for you on Sunday. Since it's Mother's Day, you know, a lot of you will probably be doing other things. So, you know, hopefully. I didn't get a card from my mother. I'm going to call her, see if she needs anything, run up there if she needs anything. I think my sister is still there. I thought she said she was going home on the 14th, so she's up there. So my mother won't be, you know, alone, and I'm sure my other sister will pop up there. Since I live closer, it's easier for me to just run up there at any time to see my mom. But I will call her, wish her a happy Mother's Day, and hopefully they're not outside doing stuff again like they always do. I keep yelling at them for that. They can get some help if they need it. I'm not a yard work person. I'm not good at it. And I can never do it the way my mother wants it done. So even if I could do the work, she'd be yelling at me, and that's not right, that's not right. So, you know, she has a certain way she does things, and she's been doing them that way for, you know, a lot of years. So I'll let her, you know, maybe she can dictate it to the rest of the family, you know, that will do that and are younger than me. So today we ate, you know, what was left of our chili, and instead of having some little nacho chips with it or something, because I didn't want to pack in any more calories and carbs than I have to, we had a little mini salad with it. I made up a small little salad. So that's what we ate today. Until, I think it was, this is May, I think it was until February or March, I still weighed 155 pounds. This last month, I have gained 4 pounds, and I am ticked. And I know what it is. Well, it's two things. My daughter, and I'm not gonna like totally blame it on her, because I've got a mouth and I've got hands. You know, I don't have to put that stuff in my mouth. I don't have to pick it up. But she buys every once in a while chips, certain kinds. You know, they're lower carb. They're, you know, either sun chips or some kind of thing. You know, something made with brown rice, blah blah blah. But it's still carbs. And of course, I pick up my hand and hand to mouth. So now I am 159, and I am ticked. The other thing is I need to start exercising again. I need to start walking. And as soon as the weather decides to cooperate, without the rain and the really cold, and I don't want it too hot, that's why we usually do our walking between 7 and 9 at night, because it's not dark yet. So as soon as this weather decides to stop raining, and I'm not making excuses because I'm not walking in the rain, because I want to take the puppy, and we're going to start walking at least 3 days a week. Since we haven't done any walking in the winter, I'll work up to Monday through Friday and take the weekends off. So we'll walk Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So that's going to trim off those 4 pounds. that maybe I packed on and I know I shouldn't have. My daughter has an eye doctor appointment this month. She needs to get her eyes examined. Mine's in June. We both need a new pair of glasses. I've been wearing readers, which is what he had me, told me to do, because my eyes have not changed in, well, I've been seeing him when he did my eye surgery, almost 10 years. So they've not changed, but I'd like to get a new pair of glasses. If they're in the same prescription, I'd like to get a new pair, because the readers are okay, but unless you buy really expensive readers, they eventually start scratching, and some of them are lenses are almost like plastic, thick plastic or something, not glass. And you clean them so many times and then they start fogging. So I want a halfway decent, good pair of regular glasses. And then I'll keep the readers around, for when I'm like in the car or something like that, or, forget where I put my glasses and keep looking, for the other ones. Okay. So on Saturday I'm going to make, excuse me, I know that you have to move down this way a little. Let's see. Yep, down. Okay. On Saturday I'm going to make hamburgers. I've been craving a hamburger. Now, I'm going to stay away from the bun. So what I'm going to do, and I've seen others do it, I don't buy a head of lettuce, I buy the romaine lettuce. But I've seen others do it, and I thought, well, it'll work. I'm going to use several pieces of the romaine lettuce as my bun, and just wrap my burgers in the lettuce with my tomatoes and whatever dressing I'm putting on it, and there's my burger. And on the side I'm going to make I have those fire roasted carrots, the ones that are in different shapes and pieces, because they're almost like eating sweet potato fries. That's what they taste like, and they're really good. So I thought, well, I'll make those with the hamburger. Then on Sunday, since, like I said, irregardless of it being Mother's Day, on Sundays usually, that's when our families always had big meals and such. I'm going to make a couple pork chops. They're a little thicker this time. So, excuse me, I'm going to make a couple pork chops baked in the oven. And I'm going to make, I bought some stuffed mushrooms from Aldi's. Make those. And then I have some cauliflower and broccoli left over that I have to cut up. I only used one head and a half a head of the cauliflower and one stalk of the packaged broccoli, and steam that, and that's what we'll have for a Sunday dinner. So, okay, I think I finished the, these are the ABs. Aren't they pretty? They are nice and shiny. So, the color of those would be 762, which is like a gray, same color as in floss, for cross stitch, same exact color. So let's see. Whew, I set the thermostat up at, whoa, boy, I'm telling you, now I began to wonder, am I having hot flashes? Are they still coming and going, or is it just getting warm in here? Let's see. The thing I hate about this last part that I have to do, oh, excuse me, is, it's two or three uh, uh, of this color, two or three of that color, and they're scattered because I missed them, from before. So we'll go with the 7, which is color 400, model 7. So I'm, like I said, I am really liking this. I mean, it was well worth, what I paid for, what the price was. So, uh, if you go on Temu and you see them, their company, Center One, you'll know that at least they'll turn out decently. So let's see, where are some more 7s? I know. I don't know if I got to move you up or what, but probably. Trying to, let's see. I'll think of something here shortly. Just backtracking, I can't wait until the Temu order comes. There's a couple items that I cannot wait to see how they look. Geez, I thought I had more 7s than that. See, this is what I hate. There's, only a few here, a few there, and I'm searching across, and I'll look, and I think I'm looking really good, and then I'll go to put them away and look back and go, there's some more there. And it's irritating. Okay, I can't see any, and I know you can't because you're not close enough, but I'll go to the J because I see there's several of those. And the J symbol is an 814, which is a red. So that is vial number 19. Yep, it's a dark burgundy, dark red. Oh, I can't wait until this one is done, because I can't wait to see it, like completed. It just is so cute, and I love Chippendale. I would love to get a good one of Pluto. I mean, a good one of Pluto, but I can't seem to find one, that I like, that I've seen. A nice big headshot or something of him. He was my favorite, on the cartoon characters through Disney. I wasn't that crazy about Disney to begin with. I always watched the Mickey Mouse Club. Oh, always. I mean, it would start coming on, and my mother had bought us these little stools for kids that would fold out almost like a coffee table, but they were butt shaped, and you could sit down on it. I thought I had some more J's. Oh, geez, what is going on here? And the TV we had, of course, was just a little, I don't even think it was 19 inches, and it didn't set on the floor. It was a portable, and it was up high on our refrigerator, because of the way the mobile home was, and she'd set it up, and you'd be sitting and looking up, upward at it, because it was just a small TV at that time. And we'd start hearing the music, boy, and then we'd put the stools down, sit in front of there, and she'd give us a small bowl of chips or a small bowl of popcorn, and we'd watch the Mickey Mouse Club. I just loved it. That was one of my favorite things. I even had the ears at that time. I wish I still had them. I used to love watching Spin and Marty. Those were another one. But my real crush, besides Peter Noon from Herman's Hermits, when I was even younger, my real crush was Tommy Reddick from Lassie, the original Lassie. Because the boy that was on there that had the blonde hair and was with Lassie, when I was a kid, I had a crush on another boy, a real life one that I could see. I'll say his first name. His first name was Sonny. And he resembled Tommy Reddick so much. And I was only, I had to be 10, 11. And he was so cute. He was, that was, I guess, my first real crush. You know how that is when you're a kid. And I don't know whatever happened to him. I don't know where he ended up. Wish I knew, if he was even still around to this day. I'm looking for a color. I hate this. It's going to be, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I'm going to drive you crazy with it. But some of my other memories, I probably mentioned them before. See, that's the thing. I'd have to go back on my past videos to see if I even talked about certain things. Remember, my first real friend, she was, I want to drill. She was about a year older than me, and she was the one that we traded measles. I had mentioned that. And I remember going over there. She had a sister named Brenda, and she was about the same age as my sister. So it was like we had our own little group, me with Susie and my sister with Brenda. So that worked out really good. We went over there one time, and, we're playing, and, just, well, really, she was trying to swat at the ground wasps that were coming up out of the ground, and I knew one of us was going to get stung if she didn't stop. Thank goodness we didn't get stung. But anyhow, we're standing there and talking and whatever, and out comes walking my sister with Brenda with a box, and they're eating out of the box. It looked like a cornflake box. And I said, "Well, you guys eating dry cereal? What are you doing?" And he said, "I don't know, but it's good, You want some?" And I was looking at it. It was dog food. I said, "You're eating dog food." They said, I said, "Yes, you are. It was like a brown flaked dog food." And yeah, I guess it resembled, cornflakes, but it was like a brown flaked. I don't know if they had bought it. They had bird dogs and stuff like that, so I don't know back then in the, 50s and 60s, was it, a special brand for, certain kind of dogs. All I know is that it was dog food, and they didn't stop eating it. Oh, I keep dropping these drills. Oh my gosh. They kept eating it, and my sister's still around, so apparently it didn't affect her, unless it made her meaner. But I said, "Oh my God, you guys are crazy." And then one time, we were there. Scary situation. I mean, it scared the bejesus out of me. We were uh, outside. No, yeah, we were outside playing at first, and then we decided to go inside. Now I don't know where Susie's mom was. I don't know if she was upstairs or what, but me and her were in the living room, dining room, talking or playing with dolls. I don't know what we were doing. And we're sitting there, or we're standing there, whatever, and we're talking. And all of a sudden, we heard a gunshot. And scared, I mean, I said, what the heck is going on? You know, what? And we heard, you know, as soon as you heard the gunshot, we heard screaming and stuff. I thought, oh my God. Ran into the kitchen. And my sister and Susie's sister had shot a gun. They got a pistol out of apparently their father's drawer or something, out of Brenda's dad's drawer in his bedroom or something, and they were playing with it in the kitchen. And thank goodness, oh my God, they shot it, and they shot downward, and it hit the linoleum and then bounced off the linoleum and hit the bottom of the stove and took a chip of the enamel out of the stove. And oh my God, when my mother found out about that, I thought she was going to have a heart attack, kill us, something. I don't know what she was going to do, but she was not a happy camper. I think we were banned from over there for a while. I was like, oh my God. I mean, that could have been the last time I saw my sister or the other child. So, you know, dangers back then too. Things happen. I know I'm trying to find letters. I'm getting there. You know, I'm trying to think what else we used to play. I don't know what you called it exactly. We called it a tisket a tasket. Okay. You pretend it was, you only played it at night when it was darker, and you pretended like, you know, you let other people hide, and then you'd let them hide, and then you would pretend you had a basket, or you did have one, whichever, and you'd skip along and say, you know, that tisket tasket, you know, song, and they would, you know, someone would jump out and try to get you, and you'd have to run and get to home base or where it was before they grabbed you. Why we played it that way, I don't know. But we were playing that, and I don't know what it is about my sister being accident prone or being where an accident happens. But we were all running and, you know, trying to get away from who was chasing us and however it was. And my sister, I don't know if somebody hit her as she was diving for home base near the steps, hit her with their knee in the forehead so hard, or she hit the step, but she gashed almost right between her eyes, uh, a big gash. And I can't remember if she had stitches put in or not, but to this day, she's got a scar right between her eyes. It's like every time I turn around, it's like my sister's like, okay, what's the next accident? You know, and I remember when she was a firefighter, and was one of the only female firefighters in California, where she's from, where she lives now. And they had a fire they had to put out, and she was, going in and out, grabbing certain things, whatever she was doing, and they yelled, something about the fire, and she come running out the door, and it exploded, and they started laughing like crazy at her because attached to her back was a bird cage. Well, no bird died. There was no bird, but it attached to the back of her. Somehow it hooked onto the back of her uniform. Her whatever. Her equipment. It just grabbed right on, and they teased her for a long time after that. I forget what they called her, but they did. They, made jokes, but she could have gotten killed in that. I'll tell you. It's like every time I turn around, it's something. We used to terrorize my brother when he was little. I always tell him, you're the only, you may be a rooster among the hens, but we control the house. Because there's 4 of us to you. And we used to scare him, tell him scary stories. He always wanted scary stories at night before he went to sleep. And I said, good, you want them, we're going to tell him. But my sister had a dog, and those pretty red ABs. Oh, those are gorgeous. Come on. Stop blurring up. See that? There we go. We had a dog named Mopey. And he was always tied up out back, but we'd, take him for walks. And I hated the idea that he was tied up like that because I don't believe in having dogs tied outside and whatever. But anyhow, we would always let him loose, and he'd start running around the yard and going crazy. He was nuts because he liked the idea of running loose. And we'd wait until my brother, and he was only, 5, 6, something like that, maybe. And he was scared to death of that dog. Not because he thought it would bite. It's just, Mopey was like, just wild, wagging his tail. And he was just so happy to be loose and having a good time. And we'd let him loose. My brother would see him coming. I never seen a 5 or 6-year-old climb an apple tree so fast. He would shinny up that tree, screaming and yelling the whole way, but he'd get up there, and the dog wouldn't even jump at the tree at him. The dog would just be running past him. The dog wasn't even interested in him, but he just up that tree. So it was, I'm sorry, it was funny. It was bad of us, but it was funny. Then we used to, when it came time for the 4th of July, they'd have the fireworks about 3 or 4 blocks away from, well, no, farther than that, probably a quarter mile or so away from us, up on the hill. And at our house, we had, had a garage. And why am I using my tweezers? Good Lord. We had a garage that, we'd climb up on the garage. We'd climb on the, we'd get a ladder and get up on the garage and sit up on the garage and watch the fireworks. We could get a, crystal clear view of the fireworks without ever having to go up there and deal with all those crazy people. You know, it was so much nicer. And just sit up there. I know my mom had a fit until she realized, hey, you can see the fireworks from there. And can't remember if she ever climbed up there with us, but I think she was tempted. So, oh, I don't know. I enjoy it. When I look back at my childhood, there's no way I want to go back to it. But, because I've never sat there and said, oh, I wish I was a little kid again. No way. I don't want. There were some good things in my childhood as a kid, but then there were things I just don't want to deal with. And now I wouldn't mind going back to the first time I got married, because I would have never gotten married, and that was at 18. I would not have gotten married. If y'all could go back to a certain age, what would that age be? And would you change what you did then? I know I would have. I had never gotten married that first time. I would have continued to work as a nurse's aide until I went to nurse's training, because that was what I wanted to do. I started out as a candy striper, got hired in as a nurse's aide, and as a nurse's aide where I was working, I did everything but pass meds. I did all that stuff. So, I mean, I had to do all that stuff plus, so I didn't mind it. And at that time, that money was good. I worked, a swing shift. I worked days one week and afternoons the next. Thank goodness I was never on the midnight shift. That I wouldn't have liked. Never cared for the midnight shift. So, I would go back. I would not get married. And if I didn't get married that time, there is a possibility maybe I wouldn't have gotten married the second time. I don't know. But I know I would not have gotten married the first time. I would have changed my life. So, well, I know I've bored you in some things. I know I'm boring myself. I'm trying to find. I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. When you get down to these last few, because it's almost like confetti, like 2 or 3 drills here, 2 or 3 drills there, and I'll still miss them. I still miss the ones I was looking for before. So it's like, oh gosh, do I hate this. But I hope you all had a good week. Hope you did some diamond painting this weekend, spend with your family, friends, however you choose, whatever you plan on doing. Be safe, be careful, take care of everyone and anyone. All I can say is, if you ever see somebody who needs help and you can help them, help them. I know I'm talking off, out of my head, but I figure, you know, you pay things forward the best you can. And if it makes you feel good, do it again. You know, no one ever has to pay you back. You just do it. And you don't even have to talk about it, brag about it, nothing. You just do it. Because it's the right thing to do. You know. So, well, now I'm definitely getting into the modeling, you know, stuff, and I don't want to get into that. But, you know, I hope you, like I said, hope you all had a good week. Hope your weekend is even better. Enjoy Mother's Day for those who, you know, their mothers are still here. If not, you can still celebrate it. You know, it's still possible. It's still, you can still do it, because they're always there. Since you're a part of them, it's there. You can celebrate the joy and you know, the memories. So have a good one. I love you all. I'll probably be back on here when the Temu shows up, and you can view them together, y'all. Hope you enjoy them. So hugs. Love you all. Love my subscribers, new and old. Comments, thumbs up. You know, if you haven't subscribed, hey, subscribe. If not, I still love to see you showing up in the comments or the thumbs up. So hugs. Love y'all. TP Crazy Lady. I'm out.